Okay, grade 12. Let's work on this problem. Let's see what we are given here. They say consider the series 3x plus 3x into x minus 2, and we have 3x into x minus 2 squared. So they say this is, we know that for the first question says for which values of x will the series converge. So for the fact that the question is based on converging, we can say this is a geometric sequence. So in order for you to test if a series converge, we need to say that the value of r should be less than 1 and greater than minus 1. So this tells you that from the given sequence 3x plus 3x into x minus 2 plus 3x into x minus 2 squared. We need to find term number 1. We know this will be my t1, and this whole term here, this is your t2. Because to find r, remember that the value of r is equal to t2. We divide t2 by t1. So we know that t2 is 3x into x minus 2. We're going to divide this by term number 1, which is just 3x. Therefore, what is the value of r? We know that the 3x will cancel. Therefore, the value of r is x minus 2. So now that you have the value of r, we can substitute the value of r from that equation. So where there's r, we're going to put x minus 2 less than 1 greater than minus 1. So now we just have to isolate x there. So how can we move minus 2? We just have to add 2 on both sides. So on the middle we'll only be left with x less than 1 plus 2. Because the 2 is negative in the middle, to remove it you add both sides, because minus 2 plus 2 will give us 0. So this will be 1 plus 2 is 3. And on the other side will be minus 1 plus 2, which will give us 1. So x must be between 3 and 1. So x must be less than 3 and x must be greater than 1 in order for this series to be convergent. So this is the answer for A. And in order for you to answer B, they say if x is a value for which the series converges, remember that in order for you to calculate the sum to infinity of the series, you need to make sure that r is between 1 and minus 1. So now, if x is a value for which this series converge, we can calculate the sum to infinity using the formula sum to infinity is equal to a over 1 minus r. And the question says calculate the sum to infinity in terms of x, meaning that our answer should have the value x. So what is the value of a? We said the value of a is the first term, that will be 3x, and what is the value of r? We just calculated it to be x minus 2. We just have to substitute. The sum to infinity will be equals to a, which is 3x over 1 minus r. I'm just going to put minus r inside the bracket, so that we can multiply out the bracket with what? We can multiply out the bracket with that negative. So this will be 3x over 1 minus x plus 2 if you multiply out the bracket with the negative. Therefore, what is the sum to infinity in terms of x? The sum to infinity will be 3x over minus x. When we add the like terms, this will give us 3 minus x. This is the sum to infinity. So this is how you answer these two questions. First, find the value of r. Make sure that you simplify the expression. You need to simplify this. Then substitute the value of r where there's r on the converging boundary. Where there's r, you put x minus 2, then you isolate x. How do we remove minus 2? By adding both sides with 2. Then to find the sum to infinity, you just have to simplify what you have and simplify further. And that's it for this video.